Previously on The Witch's Binding. The bond was never meant to stretch this far. Distance did not sever it, it strained it. It didn't break, but it strained. Every feeling traveled through it, even the ones he wasn't meant to feel. Kaelen felt it, the warmth, the pull, not meant for him. Instinct doesn't ask permission, it reacts. Tension rises, not distance, resistance. The wolf called her mate, the man called her enemy. And beneath Briarwood, something woke. The Dark Witch didn't attack. She reactivated the power, and the earth began to hum.
I need your obedience. Our plans have no patience for doubt. Questions have consequences.
The bond is shifting. The ground is shifting. And neither of them knows how close she really is. Mirelle pauses mid-task, fingers hovering over herbs. She frowns, listening, not to people, but to the air. The land's restless. It hasn't been this loud in years. Elara's apothecary, late afternoon. Warm amber light filters through the windows, dust motes drifting lazily in the air. Elara is behind the counter, bundling sprigs of lavender. The faint scent of herbs fills the room. Amara sits at a small table nearby, flipping through an old herbal reference, her brow furrowed in focus. The bell above the door jingles softly. Elara looks up. Mayor Hollis steps inside, removing his hat. He looks tired, not physically, spiritually. He doesn't step fully inside at first. He lingers in the doorway, like he's carrying something heavy he doesn't want to set down.
Mayor Hollis, you're out late.
Hollis forces a strained smile.
Elara, Amara, I was hoping I could speak with you both.
The tone immediately tenses the room. Elara exchanges a glance with Amara, then nods toward the small seating area.
Of course. Is everything all right?
In light of everything that happened at the well, and the magic the wolves found last night, the council has decided to impose certain restrictions.
Elara straightens.
Restrictions on who?
Hollis's eyes soften, apologetic.
You and Amara.
Amara's jaw tightens, but she says nothing yet.
Why?
Hollis rubs the back of his neck, struggling.
Elara, you know how it's been. The flare at the well, people saw the light. They felt the pulse under their feet. They don't understand magic, and fear fills in what they don't understand.
So I'm to be punished for their ignorance?
It isn't meant as punishment.
Amara snorts softly.
That's usually what people say right before they punish someone.
Mayor Hollis meets her gaze.
Amara, the town is equally frightened of your presence. They tolerated Elara before because she kept her magic quiet, small remedies, healing herbs. But the moment villagers realized two witches were under the same roof, panic spreads fast in a small place.
Amara's eyes narrow.
And what exactly are these restrictions?
Hollis inhales slow, steadying himself.
First, you're not to perform magic in public spaces unless directly overseen by council or pack representatives. Second, Elara, you are asked to remain within the town proper. No venturing beyond the southern or northern roads without escort. Third, Amara, you are not permitted to travel unaccompanied at all. Not until we understand whether these magical disturbances relate to your former coven.
Amara's expression shifts, not surprised, but deeply wounded under the mask.
So because someone else is casting forbidden runes, I am to be locked down like a danger?
It isn't about locking you down. It's Containment.
Elara stiffens.
Containment? Hollis, we've lived here for years. I've healed your citizens, helped your family, delivered tinctures through every winter. And now I'm to be contained?
I didn't vote for this. I argued. But fear wins votes faster than reason. And I'm only one voice in a room full of trembling folk who think the world is ending.
Alara's eyes soften for a flicker.
Hollis, why come here yourself? Why not send a guard like they usually do?
Hollis looks up at her, weary, earnest.
Because I didn't want you hearing this from someone who sees you as a threat. Because I still see you as Elara, the girl who begged herbs from Mirelle as a teen and returned threefold in gratitude. And Amara, despite their fears, you helped hold the wards around this town the night the rogues attacked. They forget that. I don't.
Amara shifts, uncomfortable with the unexpected kindness.
So what now? We sit quietly while the town decides what shape of monster we are.
Hollis shakes his head.
No. You comply for now, so I can keep the council from making decisions worse than restrictions. I need time to investigate, to gather proof that neither of you are tied to these magical disturbances, and to calm the villagers before someone does something foolish.
Elara steps closer, her tone gentler.
You're afraid they'll come for us.
Hollis doesn't answer. He doesn't need to.
I'll fight for you both in that room, but I need you to let me buy us time.
Amara crosses her arms.
And if whoever is casting these forbidden runes keeps escalating, what happens then?
Hollis looks away, troubled.
Then all of Briarwood will be in danger, and these restrictions, they may become chains.
Elara reaches out, placing a steadying hand on his arm.
Thank you for telling us yourself. We'll handle the restrictions. But you must handle the council.
Hollis nods, deeply grateful and deeply afraid. He stands and heads toward the door, pausing before exiting.
Elara, Amara, watch each other's backs. Someone out there is stirring the old magic, and they want Briarwood divided.
The door closes behind Hollis with a soft jingle, leaving a heavy silence. Elara stands still, absorbing the news. Amara exhales, jaw tight. From behind a curtain leading to the back room, Mirelle emerges, apron dusted with powdered herbs, needle still stuck in her sleeve as if she left mid-task. She looks between the two young women, instantly reading the room.
Well, judging by your faces, Hollis wasn't here to buy chamomile.
Neither girl speaks immediately. Elara presses her lips together.
The council, they've imposed restrictions. On both of us.
Mirelle stops mid-step. The humor drains. Her expression darkens in a slow, controlled way. Not rage, but a deep, sharp disappointment that carries more weight.
Of course they have.
You don't seem surprised.
I'm not. Fear makes people stupid. Old fear makes them dangerous.
I thought maybe, after all these years, things were different.
Mirelle steps closer, placing a steady hand on Elara's cheek.
People change, child. Fear does not.
She moves to Amara, grasping her arm gently.
They restricted you too.
Amara nods once, jaw clenched.
Fools. All of them.
Elara tries a small smile.
You shouldn't call the council fools.
Why? They can't hear me from here. And even if they could, it wouldn't be the worst thing anyone's called them.
They think I'm a threat.
You are.
Amara's eyes widen.
Not to Briarwood, but to the comfort of narrow minds.
Amara actually smiles, faintly, surprised. Mirelle turns more serious.
Listen to me, both of you. These restrictions aren't about justice. They're about control. They want to keep magic, contained. But magic does not stay in cages. And neither should witches.
Elara steps closer, voice soft.
What do we do?
Mirelle looks between them, protective, fierce.
We do what witches have always done when the world turns small and frightened. We survive. We grow stronger. And we wait, for the moment fear realizes it needs us more than it fears us.
Amara nods, resolve forming. Elara breathes deeply, steadied by Mirelle's presence.
You're not alone, either of you. They can impose restrictions, but they don't decide who you are.
The three stand together, united, unbroken. The pack lodge is warm but shadowed. Low fire. Wolves moving quietly, tense. Kaelen stands near a long table, reviewing a patrol map. His jaw clenches. He's clearly processing the forbidden rooms found earlier. Suddenly, he senses Elara. Close. The tether gives the faintest hum. He looks up. The door creaks open. Elara steps inside, hood damp from rain. Her presence hits the room like a shift in air pressure. She closes the door gently.
Elara?
Something in her shoulders is tight, held too still. Kalen's eyes sharpen.
What happened?
Elara swallows, working up the words. She steps closer. The tether flickers, concern flowing between them.
Mayor Hollis came to the shop.
Kalen's expression darkens instantly. Not angry at her, but at whatever prompted Hollis.
Why?
Elara hesitates.
The council voted to impose restrictions.
Kalen's body tenses like a struck cord. His wolf surges so sharply he grips the edge of the table.
On what?
On me. And on Amara.
Kaelen straightens fully, anger rising like a tide.
They're restricting you? After everything you've done for this town? After the wards? After the well?
He laughs once, sharp, humorless.
Of course they are. Fear makes fools fast.
Elara steps closer, voice soft but steady.
Kaelen, this isn't your fault.
It feels like it is. They see the tether. They see you near me. And they think it means power, a threat.
They see a witch who can't explain what happened at the well.
Kaelen moves toward her, slow, controlled, stopping just a few inches away. His presence fills the space.
You shouldn't have had to hear that alone.
Hollis came because he didn't want a guard bringing the news. That's something, at least.
Kaelen shakes his head.
Not enough. I'll talk to the council.
Kaelen, no. They'll just dig their heels in deeper.
Then I'll dig deeper than they ever could.
He's intense, alpha eyes, protective, fierce. Elara touches his forearm gently. The tether flares with warmth.
Please don't burn the council hall down on my behalf.
Kaelen breathes out a small, strained laugh.
No promises.
She smiles faintly, then turns serious.
Kaelen, I'm not afraid of the restrictions. I'm afraid of what fear will turn this town into.
Kaelen looks at her, really looks. Their connection hums between them, unspoken but unmistakable.
Then let me be afraid for you. Because you're not facing this alone.
The tether glows softly between them, not bright but steady. The rain has stopped. Torches burn low. The pack training area is mostly empty, except for Rourke, who's tearing through training drills with violent precision. He swings a training axe, thud, splintering a wooden target. Amara approaches from the edge of the yard, her cloak brushing the dirt. She hesitates, just a moment, then steps forward. Rourke senses her approach without turning.
What does Hollis want?
Amara responds sarcastically.
Wow, good news travels fast. I guess what they say about small towns is true.
Amara exhales.
He came to tell me the town doesn't trust me. That I'm to remain under supervision. That I can't leave the town alone. That I'm a threat.
Rourke stops mid-swing. The axe's wooden handle creaks under his grip. He turns sharply toward her.
They said you can't leave? Alone?
Apparently, I might hex someone in the marketplace or summon a demon near the bakery.
Rourke's eyes flash, that dangerous protective wolf spark she's never seen from him before.
They think you'd hurt someone?
They think my existence makes them unsafe.
Rourke drops the axe. It thuds on the ground.
That's bullshit.
She blinks. This is not the reaction she expected.
You agree with them half the time.
I never said I wanted them treating you like a prisoner.
She studies him, carefully, searching for sincerity. It's there.
Rourke, it won't kill me.
Yeah, but it's going to kill me to watch it.
Amara stills. The implications hang heavy.
Why does it matter to you?
Rourke looks away, jaw tight, eyes conflicted.
Because you didn't do anything wrong.
She steps closer now, eyes softening despite herself.
Rourke, you're upset.
Of course I'm upset. You think I want a town treating you like some cursed relic? You think I don't like witches, but I don't. I don't like seeing you hurt even more.
She is caught off guard, truly. Her eyes soften, but she masks it quickly.
Rourke, it's all right. Really.
No, it's not.
He runs a hand through his hair, pacing a single sharp line.
They shouldn't have done that. Not after what you've done for this town. Not after the wards you helped hold. They owe you more than suspicion.
Something inside Amara warms, reluctantly, unexpectedly.
You're defending me.
He stops dead, realizing it only now.
Don't make it weird.
I'm not. I'm just surprised.
Well, don't get used to it. But I'm not letting them shove you around without saying something. Not anymore.
Amara's breath catches, not visibly, but enough that she feels it. She nods once.
Thank you.
Rourke looks away, rubbing the back of his neck, overwhelmed by feelings he can't name yet.
Yeah, whatever.
But his eyes follow her as she leaves the training yard, full of wariness, protectiveness, and something else he's not ready to face. The mayor's office is dim, lit by a single lantern on Hollis's cluttered desk. Maps of Briarwood and the surrounding woods line the walls. Kaelen enters first, quiet but carrying a storm under his skin. Rourke steps in behind him, shutting the door with a controlled thud. Hollis looks up from a stack of council papers, already bracing. Kaelen crosses his arms. Rourke stays standing, pacing once, shoulders tight.
You placed restrictions on Elara and Amara?
Hollis exhales, sets down his quill.
I did. The council did. And I told them myself, because I owed them that respect.
Rourke's eyes flash, wolf spark crackling just beneath the surface.
Respect? You call that respect? It sounds more like you're preparing the town to turn on them.
Hollis folds his hands, trying to keep his voice steady.
I'm trying to keep everyone alive, Rourke, including those two.
Kaelen steps closer, voice low and dangerous.
You put restrictions on the Alpha heirs tethered which without informing the pack. That puts us in danger too.
Hollis winces at the word tethered, glancing toward the door as if afraid someone might overhear.
Kaelen, people saw the flare at the well. They saw the runes in the woods. They're scared. And scared people do reckless things. The council acted to prevent escalation.
Restricting Amara doesn't prevent escalation, it causes it.
Which is why the council also agreed on something else. Something you two need to know that the girls are not aware of yet.
Kaelen and Rourke both stiffen.
As long as these restrictions stand, you two will be responsible for keeping an eye on Elara and Amara.
Silence. A thick, heavy beat. Kalen's brows pull sharply together.
That was never part of our agreement.
It's either the pack, or the town assigns 2 men of their own choosing.
Rourke's head snaps up.
Assigns who?
Hollis looks truly uncomfortable now, like he knows this is gasoline on a blaze.
Jaden. And another young man, Mireille's son.
The wolves react instantly, instinctively. Kalen's wolf surges so sharply the lantern flame flutters. Rourke's wolf snarls under his breath, an involuntary sound, eyes flashing briefly with silver heat.
Absolutely not.
2 untrained boys around 2 witches who are already frightened and vulnerable. You want a riot? Or a corpse?
I don't want to assign them, Kaelen, but the council insisted someone must keep watch and the townsfolk trust their own.
They trust idiots with pitchforks more than actual protectors.
They trust people who aren't wolves or witches. This is what fear does. It narrows the mind.
Kaelen's jaw flexes as he steps closer to Hollis's desk, voice dropping into deadly quiet.
Elara and Amara are under my protection. No villager, especially Jaden, is going to be responsible for watching them.
Mayor Hollis swallows. Kaelen's wolf is fully awake now, pulsing through every word.
Then you agree to oversee it?
Kaelen glances at Rourke. Rourke's expression hardens with instinctive alpha-adjacent protectiveness, especially where Amara is concerned. He responds begrudgingly.
We'll watch them, but not because the council ordered it. Because it's the only option that doesn't end with blood on the cobblestones.
And if anyone tries to interfere, the pack will handle it.
Hollis lets out a shaky breath, relieved but deeply uneasy.
Thank you, truly.
Kaelen stares at him, eyes sharp, unreadable.
Don't thank us yet. You're asking us to babysit the only two witches who can protect this town, while something old is stirring in the trees.
Rourke steps forward, intensity radiating off him.
And if another rune shows up, or another attack comes, the council won't be restricting Elara or Amara. They'll be begging for them.
Hollis nods, slowly, painfully, because he knows it's true. Kaelen turns toward the door.
We'll keep watch. But Hollis, if either of them is threatened by the town, the council, or anyone else, you won't have enough guards in Briarwood to stop the pack's response.
I understand.
Kaelen and Rourke turn to leave. Just as Kaelen opens the office door, Hollis speaks again, voice low, strained.
Kaelen, Rourke, I pray this ends before the town turns into something I no longer recognize.
Kaelen pauses, silhouetted in the doorway.
Pray harder.
They exit. The door closes behind them with a quiet but ominous click. The hearth glows low. The cottage feels small, warm, and tense. The front door opens. Kaelen and Rourke step inside. Both look irritated, wolves pacing under their skin. Mirelle stands near the hearth, arms crossed, as if she's been waiting. She lifts a brow.
We've just come from the mayor's office.
Judging by your faces, Hollis said something profoundly idiotic.
Kaelen exhales sharply.
Where are they?
Resting.
He said the council expects us to watch Elara and Amara. Or he'll assign Jaden and Marek's boy.
Mirelle freezes. Very slowly.
They want villagers to watch my girls?
They said the town trusts their own, even if their own are two untrained idiots with more nerves than sense.
Mirelle's nostrils flare. Her eyes flash with something old and powerful, a witch mother's fury wrapped in ice.
Over my dead body.
That was our response too.
Marek's boy, watching Amara, I'd tear out my own throat first.
Mirelle looks sharply at him, but there's no reprimand, only agreement. Kaelen moves closer, tone shifting.
We told Hollis no villagers. The pack will handle it.
Mirelle studies him, deeply.
I don't want them caged, Kaelen.
I know. And the pack won't treat them like prisoners.
We'll keep them safe. Not because the council commands it, but because someone needs to think beyond Briarwood's panic.
Mirelle holds his gaze a moment. Something understanding passes between them.
Fear makes people unpredictable, and panic makes them cruel.
Kaelen and Rourke both nod. Mirelle steps closer, lowering her voice.
There is old magic stirring, waking the magic beneath Briarwood. Something that remembers witches. Something that dislikes packs. Briarwood's fear is just the smoke. The fire is still coming.
Kaelen stiffens. Rourke straightens.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you when I'm certain. But for now, keep your eyes on the town, and on whoever's waking the runes.
She looks toward the closed bedroom door, where Elara and Amara are resting. Her voice softens.
Elara, Amara, they are not weapons. and they are not burdens. But they are the ones the danger will come for first.
Then it won't reach them.
Not while we're breathing.
Mirelle nods, satisfied. The three stand together in the firelight, an unexpected alliance of wolf and witch. Mirelle unexpectedly sighs. The cottage is quieter now. The hearth burns low, throwing long shadows across the walls. Rain patters faintly on the roof. Mirelle exhales, the weight of a decision in her shoulders.
Wake the girls. There's something you all should know.
Kaelen nods and slips down the short hallway. Rourke watches Mirelle, uneasy.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
If you did, I'd worry I was doing it wrong.
Kaelen returns with Elara and Amara. Elara and Amara step into the hall in their bedclothes. Elara clutches her sweater. Amara's eyes are already sharp. Kalen's expression softens at the sight of them, half awake and underdressed, vulnerable, unarmored. Rourke's eyes flick to Amara's bedclothes and immediately away. His jaw flexes as if annoyed at himself for noticing anything at all, going rigid, as if distance is the only respect he knows how to offer. They take in the room, Rourke tense, Mirelle grim.
Good. You're awake. Get comfortable, or get dressed. Either way, you're not going back to bed tonight. This won't be quick, and I'd rather not reveal prophecy to nightgowns.
What's happened?
If Hollis sent more news, I'm setting something on fire.
No more talk of Hollis. This is older than him. Older than Briarwood.
Elara and Amara dress quickly and return. Mirelle moves to the small rug in the middle of the cottage, kneels, and peels it back. Beneath it, a tight seam in the floorboards. She pries up a hidden board with practiced ease. Inside, wrapped in a worn, age-stained cloth, lies a thick book. The air shifts. The faint smell of old ink and herbs rises. Amara's breath catches.
Is that what I think it is?
Yes.
She lifts the book with both hands, as if it carries weight beyond its pages, and lays it gently on the table.
I didn't agree with your mention of the prophecy before. I hoped we were wrong, but the runes, the tether, the town's fear. Now I see that you're right.
Elara stiffens.
Prophecy? There's actually a prophecy? Amara, you knew this?
Not all of it. Only rumor. The coven whispered that Aunt Mirelle would know more if it ever surfaced again.
She looks from Elara to Kaelen. Elara's eyes widen. She looks to Kaelen. He looks just as wary.
You all have been speaking in riddles while we've been living it.
If there's a prophecy about this bond, we need to hear it. All of it.
Mirelle places a steadying hand on the book and meets each of their gazes in turn.
Prophecies have power when voiced. Not every line is meant for every ear at once. I'll reveal what I can now, and more when it becomes necessary. To speak all of it too soon could be catastrophic. Sit, all of you.
They obey. Elara and Kaelen on one side of the table, shoulders almost touching. Amara and Rourke opposite, unconsciously mirroring. Mirelle stands at the head, the book between them like a boundary line. She opens it. The pages crackle. Inked symbols curl along the margins, runes that echo the ones carved into the northern trees. Mirelle finds a marked page, a strip of old ribbon tucked as a placeholder. She inhales, then begins to read.
When moonlight binds flame to shadow, the key and the lock shall bleed as one. If bound in fear, the bond shall consume. If bound in pain, the bond shall destroy. But if bound in trust, and sealed in love, the bond shall endure beyond death. One shall open the door of ruin, one shall close it with sacrifice. Together they may forge a power, greater than pact or coven, a bond as sacred as blood, revered as the mate's true vow. Beware the doors not yet opened. For every seal broken, awakens another.
Silence follows, dense, electric. The tether between Elara and Kaelen gives a faint, involuntary pulse, a warm flicker across both chests. They both feel it and pointedly avoid eye contact.
We're the key in the lock.
Or just the first ones.
Prophecy is not a map, child. It's a warning and a choice.
Rourke's gaze snaps to Amara. She refuses to look at him.
That's it? That's the great prophecy everyone's whispered about?
For tonight, that's it.
Door of ruin, sacrifice, sealed in love. That's not exactly a helpful checklist, Auntie.
If it's fed by trust, then it may be the only thing that saves this town.
She looks at Elara and Kaelen.
Right now, your bond is raw, unshaped. If it's fed by fear and pain, it will destroy you both, and likely more than you. If it's fed by trust.
She glances down at the line she doesn't read, aloud.
Then it truly may be the only thing that saves Briarwood.
Elara swallows, throat tight.
So what do we do? Sit and hope we pick the right path?
No. You continue to train. You prepare. You learn each other's strengths and limits before someone else exploits them.
She closes the book fully and wraps the cloth halfway back around it, as if to signal this part of the conversation is done.
You both will stay at the pack house until further notice. Under guard, yes, but not as prisoners. As a unit.
Kaelen nods once, accepting.
We can ward the pack grounds better than the town, anyway. If something's waking those runes, it'll come looking for them.
Rourke shifts, uneasy, eyes flicking to Amara.
You're sure dragging witches into the middle of the wolves is wise?
The danger is coming for them first, whether they're in town or under your roof. I'd rather they have claws nearby.
And what about the rest of the prophecy? Doors not yet opened, seals broken. You're not telling us everything.
Mirelle's gaze grows distant, haunted for a heartbeat.
When another door opens, I'll tell you more. But for now, knowing too much will only make you reckless.
She looks to each of them, one by one.
Listen carefully. You are not weapons for this town to point. You are not curses waiting to happen. But prophecy has teeth. It bites those who think they can outrun it.
And if we don't want this? If we don't want to be keys and locks and sacrifice?
Mirelle steps close, cupping Alara's face.
Then you fight for the life you want anyway. Prophecy doesn't erase choice. It only sharpens the cost.
Kaelen's hand drifts unconsciously toward Alara's. They don't quite touch. Amara squares her shoulders, eyes flaring with stubborn fire.
Fine. If fate thinks it gets to decide who I am, it hasn't met me properly.
Rourke snorts, almost a smile, pride and concern tangled.
Then we'd better start training before fate shows up with claws.
Mirelle wraps the book fully, returns it beneath the floorboard, and replaces the board and rug. When she straightens, her expression is set.
Tomorrow, you move to the pack house. You train with wolves and witches together.
The fire pops sharply, like punctuation. A clearing just beyond the pack grounds. Sunlight spears through high branches. Training dummies, sparring circles, and scuffed earth mark it as a pack-used space. We hear the distant sounds of other wolves sparring, but this circle is separate, set aside. Amara stands in the dirt, sleeves rolled, braid tied back. A practice knife twirls easily in her hand, the blade catching light. In the circle, Rourke adjusts his stance, a training axe in hand. His expression is guarded, but there's a flicker of something like anticipation. As Amara steps into the training ring, conversations dip. Not silent, but thinner. Some wolves watch openly. Some pretend not to. They don't bare teeth, but they don't smile either. Across the yard, Kaelen's presence steadies the tension, alpha authority keeping instinct in line. After what happened last time, he no longer allows jokes or careless comments about the bond. The pack learned that lesson quickly. And yet, every time Elara moves too close to him, a few heads turn. Wolves notice patterns, even the ones no one names. And when Rourke steps into the sparring circle, a few of those same wolves shift their weight, not amused, not mocking, just alert, watching to see which instinct wins. A younger wolf steps into the circle across from Amara. Loose grin. Testing.
You sure you want to spar with Rourke first? Might be easier to warm up.
Amara lifts a brow. Before she answers, Rourke steps forward. He doesn't like the way the younger wolf is looking at her. He doesn't like it at all. The thought is instinctive, irrational. He buries it.
She's not warming up.
The yard quiets just a notch. The younger wolf hesitates, looks toward Kaelen. Kaelen says nothing. Rourke steps fully into the circle.
She trains with me.
Amara studies him for half a second. That wasn't about training. She files it away. The younger wolf backs off. The circle tightens.
You sure about this, Witch?
You're the one who said I needed to train like the rest of you. Unless that was just for show in front of Kaelen.
You talk too much.
Then shut me up.
He lunges. They clash, knife against axe haft. Amara moves with quick, precise footwork, Rourke with raw strength and speed. Kaelen is visible in the background, running drills with other pack members, but his eyes keep sliding toward this fight. Mirelle stands at the tree line, arms folded, watchful. The drill starts clean. Strike, parry, pivot. Amara ducks under a swing, knife stopping at Rourke's ribs. He twists, disarms, sends her skidding in the dirt, only for her to roll and regain her footing.
Not bad.
I'm terrifying when I'm warmed up.
Keep it at practice speed, Rourke.
Yeah.
They go again, faster. This time Rourke lets his wolf bleed through. His movements sharpen, eyes flashing faint silver. He feints high, then kicks low, knocking Amara off balance. She hits the ground, breath woofing out. But instead of staying down, her hand slams into the dirt. A small ripple of witch force pulses outward. The leaves around them rustle, as if struck by a sudden wind. Rourke staggers, just a step.
You just shove me with air?
Consider it incentive not to drop me again.
They circle, tension shifting from combative to charged. Rourke tosses the axe aside. It lands in the dirt with a heavy thud.
Barehanded.
Oh, so you were holding back.
They crash together, grappling now. Rourke's strength versus Amara's speed and cunning. She hooks his arm, tries to leverage his weight, but he's heavier. He spins and in one fluid motion pins her to the ground. For a heartbeat, everything stops. Rourke's body cages hers, breath hot against her cheek. His wolf surges, scent lock slamming into place. The bond that isn't yet crackles, invisible but there. His eyes shift, more wolf than man for a flicker of a second. His head dips closer to her throat, instinct tugging him toward claiming. Mirelle straightens. Kaelen takes a half step forward. Amara feels it, the primal pull, the terrifying rightness of it. Her expression flashes from shocked to furious. Her palm slams flat against Rourke's chest. A burst of witch force explodes between them. Not enough to injure, but strong enough to throw him back several feet. Rourke hits the ground hard, sliding in the dirt. The grass between them is scorched in a faint pattern, like half-formed runes burned into the earth. Amara scrambles up, chest heaving, eyes blazing.
Never try that again.
Her voice tremors at the edges. Anger and something rawer tangled together. Rourke tries to stand. His legs wobble. His hands are shaking. From the magic, from the almost claim, from the realization.
That wasn't. I didn't mean to.
He looks at his hands like they've betrayed him.
Don't you dare use me to satisfy some wolf instinct you can't control.
You think that's all it is?
He stops himself, jaw clenching. She glares at him, hurt buried deep.
I think I've spent enough of my life being something someone else thought they were owed.
She turns on her heel and stalks toward the edge of the glade, magic still humming faintly around her like static. Kaelen starts to move after her, but Mirelle lifts a hand, stopping him.
Let her breathe.
Kaelen nods, retreating. Rourke stays in the dirt, knees bent, fists pressed into the ground.
What the hell is wrong with me?
His wolf paces behind his eyes, restless, now acutely aware of something it wants and can't have. Mirelle watches him thoughtfully, seeing more than he thinks he's showing. The scorched rooms between them smolder faintly, then fade. Soft, golden light spills over the river, turning the water to molten amber. A narrow path winds along the bank, sheltered by willows. Elara and Kaelen walk side by side, boots crunching lightly on gravel. The tether between them hums at a low, steady thrum, calmer than the chaos of the glade.
So, training day 1, Rourke nearly gets himself obliterated, and I nearly fall asleep standing up.
You did fine.
You made me drink that horrible stamina tea.
That was Mirelle's idea. I'm not suicidal.
They share a small smile, a thin sliver of normal amidst everything. Kaelen stops near a smooth boulder by the water's edge.
We should try again.
The breathing exercise?
The control exercise. If this bomb flares every time you panic or I get angry, it's going to light up Briarwood like a signal fire.
He turns to face her, holding out his hands. After a beat, Elara places her palms against his. The tether instantly brightens, a soft golden glow weaving between their chests, pulsing in time with their hearts.
Low, steady. Match me. Inhale, 2. 3. Exhale, 2. 3.
They breathe together.
It's easier when you're calm.
It's easier when you're here.
She rolls her eyes, but there's no heat in it. The bond deepens. They both feel it. Emotions begin to bleed through more clearly. His steady protectiveness, her wary hope.
This feels like a mate bond wearing another man's coat.
Elara startles. Her concentration slips. The tether flares a little too bright. She pulls her hands back as if burned, breaking the contact. The glow snaps back to a faint thread.
Don't say that.
Why?
Because mate bonds are sacred. Chosen by the moon.
She gestures between them.
This just happened to us. If you start naming it, you'll doom us both. And I won't. I can't be the reason you lose your future, your pack.
She pauses, the words hurting.
You're a real mate.
The pain under the words surprises even her. Kaelen steps closer, voice low.
Don't call her real when you're the one standing in front of me. You don't doom me, Elara. You choose me. Or you don't. But the moon didn't make me stand between you and a mob. The council didn't make my wolf lose his mind when they said restrictions. That was me.
She swallows, eyes shining.
And if choosing you costs you everything?
Then I guess we find out what everything really is.
The river murmurs quietly beside them. He offers his hands again, patient this time.
One more time. No labels. No prophecy. Just 2 people trying not to explode a town.
After a moment, Elara laughs, a soft, watery sound. She places her palms against his once more. The tether flares, bright but controlled. They breathe together. This time, Elara doesn't pull away.
Gently. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3.
I can feel you.
Yeah.
You're afraid. But not of the prophecy. Not of me. You're afraid of failing them. The pack. The town.
You weren't supposed to read the fine print yet.
Elara's eyes flutter closed.
It's loud.
And you? I feel this stubborn little thread of hope you keep trying to stomp down.
Elara exhales, shaky but grounded. They hold the sync 3 beats longer than ever before. Elara opens her eyes.
We should stop.
Yeah.
They separate, slowly. The light dims but doesn't vanish, leaving a faint, constant shimmer between them as they fall back into step along the path. Behind them, unseen in the trees on the opposite bank, a shadowy figure watches, cloaked, eyes faintly luminous. Far beyond Briarwood, beneath twisted branches where moonlight barely reaches, stands the dark witch. Her hands trace lazy sigils in the air. Around her, a half circle of rogue wolves crouch at the edge of shadow, eyes feral, breath steaming in the cold air. A map of the forest and town glows faintly in front of her, made of smoke and witchlight. Tiny motes of light mark the well, the council hall, the pack house. 2 points glow brighter than the rest. One over Elara's location, one over Amara's.
There you are. Little keys.
Her gaze flicks to the second light.
And the second is so close now.
Her fingers twist. The glowing map shifts, highlighting the wards around the pack house. Thin lines of blue-white energy.
They really thought a handful of pack-woven wards would keep me out.
She presses her thumb and forefinger together. The ward lines flicker, revealing faint cracks.
The wards near the pack house are just weak enough to slip a few of you through. Let's give them a little push.
She looks down at the assembled rogues, eyes gleaming.
Make sure you go for the witches. The town can shout at wolves all it likes, but it's their fear of magic that will break them in the end.
She smiles, slow, satisfied.
Bring me screams, and proof the bond is still holding, and that the new one is strengthening.
The rogues throw back their heads and howl, the sound warped, echoing through the unseen pathways in the ward. As the howl fades, the witch turns her face toward the distant direction of Briarwood, almost fond.
Run, little keys. I'm not done unlocking you yet.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of The Witch's Binding, coming soon.